Do you like comic books? Come check us out.
Hello, I'm Kevin Stokes, comic book illustrator here at the Lowe Mill.
Hi, Don Kunkel, comic book illustrator.
Hi, I'm Jhane Kunkel, and I'm an illustrator, comic artist in Lowe Mill.
I have loved comics since I was a kid. My father was in the military, so comics was one of the things I could take with me everywhere we went. And I grew up loving, Garfield, Superman, and the Ninja Turtles. And I just drew them all the time, and eventually found out that you can, make a living drawing comics.
I read comics as a kid, which influenced me artistically. Constantly got in trouble throughout school drawing comics.
Picked up some comics when I was about 9 or 10 with my friends, and just kind of spawned from there. I always wanted to draw them.
I went to school specifically for comic books and animation.
Went to a comic book school in New Jersey, the Joe Kubert School.
While I was in school, I actually met my husband, Don Kunkel. So when Don and I found out we were moving to Huntsville, we were interested in joining Lowe Mill. We met Kevin, who is already here. He is the resident comic book guy here for over 10 years.
We started, geeking out over various comic books and comic book illustrators, and felt like we talked the same language and had the same kind of goals and direction. So I thought it was a good team up from the beginning.
From pencils to inks to colors and letters, all of us in the studio have done a little bit of all of that.
I have done trading card sets from Thor Ragnarok, Transformers cards. I've done comic book covers. I've colored full comic books. I've done a lot of painting of skateboards.
I got to work with Stan Lee on the Guardian Project, which is where they gave a superhero mascot to all the hockey teams in the NHL. And so working with him was one of my greatest joys. But I also worked for Pathfinder, for Dynamite Comics, a little bit for DC doing Dead Man. I ghosting a lot of years, even on Batman and some Spider-Man stuff that nobody will really know about, but that was a lot of fun.
Recently did a cover with my wife, Jhane. It's a Godzilla cover that'll be out sometime after the summer.
We worked on comic books together that were even self-published, from Vigilante Granny to other titles that I have over here.
Vigilante Granny is about an older superhero who's trying to retire, and none of the younger superheroes are stepping up in the city to take over. So she's forced to still fight crime and giant monsters and giant robots, etc.
I'm writing my own comic with a friend of mine, Robbie Bullops, who works at the Deep Comic Book Shop. We are working together on a book called Immortex, and it is kind of a cross between a He-Man meets Thundar the Barbarian meets Mad Max. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of energy.
I love bouncing back and forth from doing some pencils and letting other people ink my stuff and see what that interpretation looks like, to inking other people's pencils and seeing what that comes out like.
And now I'm working on another series that is by the co-creator of Garbage Pail Kids, Joe Simcoe.
If I'm creating something and it's my own, even before I've created a character, I usually have a couple scenes of a story in my head that I'll thumbnail out real small and then kind of blow it up and then draw it again and then work the characters out and then fill in the rest from there.
My first love is storytelling and just telling stories. Everything from composition to anatomy, expressions, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's so much of the process I enjoy. You kind of get to live vicariously through these characters sometimes, so you get to feel like you're trying to emote all that energy into the work.
To step outside myself and create something. Illustration is a tool to make me feel better, honestly, selfishly, and get to see other people happy from something that I've done means the world to me.
Come on down and visit 1019 if you love comic books. We have some new ones coming out and some projects we can't talk about yet, but they're gonna be really fun. You can get a sneak peek about it.